Welcome back to this Diablo 2 Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Cassie Hack, aka Tallahassee. How are you this evening, my friend?
Well, I can't complain.
Can't complain. Oh, I can complain. I can complain a whole lot. Welcome to you guys watching from home. I promise I won't complain too much this episode. In fact, this episode is kind of exciting. Tallahassee, I was looking in the quest log before we started filming, and let's open it up. There we go. Look at this. This is really exciting, folks. This is a part of the game that I love. You can see it's called Sisters to the Slaughter. Now, if you don't know how we got to this point, I highly recommend that you go back and watch the previous episode. Last week's episode, where, of course, Tallahassee, where were we? Down in the barracks, and who did we have to kill down there?
And Dariel.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I've kind of got a bad taste in my mouth about that one. And again, folks, go back. I think both Tallahassee and I were a little surprised at the difficulty level of Andariel, because, boy, we had different memories. It kind of went different in our minds. Yeah, in other words, it's a lot easier than it used to be, and not so sure if that's a good thing or not. But anyway, it was very easy, and it's got us to this point here, where you can see we have to return to Warriv to take the caravan east. Now, the reason I've emphasized that, of course, is twofold. One, we're at the end of Act 1, so you can see we're on the 6th quest and we're about to close that out. But Tallahassee, oh boy, we get to travel ever eastwards, which is the name of the game. And yeah, unless I'm mistaken, are we going to be sent off into Act 2 and actually go to a different zone?
We do. We get to go to a place that has a lot of history in Diablo lore, but you don't really get to learn about it in Diablo 1. You only really learn about it in Diablo 2. And that's Lut Gholein.
Gonna say Lut Gholein. That's a good point. Now, before we talk to Warriv here and carry this on, it's interesting that you do bring up that whole, you don't learn much about it in Diablo 1, but it's very important. You know, as much as I'm a lore fan, I love my lore in games. I probably spend way too much time on it. I don't think people realise when it comes to Diablo, you are right up there. I mean, you know your stuff, and as such, I know you're a fan of it. If you don't mind me telling folk, you actually bought something very special recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought the Book of Cain, which is basically a lore book on Diablo, and it's been brought out specifically for Diablo 3. And the funny thing was, it was released last year, and Diablo has no release date. So,
in other words, the book was brought out on time, but yeah, we won't finish that sentence.
Yeah, the game wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so what do you think of it? Like, because I've seen pictures of it, and I presume you got it from somewhere like Amazon.com or somewhere like that, but it looks amazing from the pictures. Is it everything it looks like in the pictures in real life? In other words, are you happy with it? Was it worth it in terms of the look and feel? And more importantly, is the content any good or is it rubbish?
No, the content is actually really good. Like, it starts off with a letter to Lair, who is a character that we don't really get to meet in this game.
Yep.
She's a new character for Diablo 3.
Right.
But it's written by Uncle Deckard.
Is it got his characterizations? Like, is it believable? Do you know what I mean? That it comes from Deckard himself?
It does. It definitely sounds like it's something that he would write.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because there's it starts off with the Dawn, which is Anu and the Dragon.
Right.
Which is basically how the universe was created. This universe was created.
Goes way back there. Good lord.
Yep, it covers the eternal conflicts.
Oh.
It actually has a section on the different burning hells.
Oh, right. So yeah, okay, yep.
7 is the number of the powers of hell, and 7 is the number of great evils.
Yep, right. Wow.
So it covers that. It goes through like a section on Diablo. It has a section on Baal. Has a section on Mephisto, then it covers the lesser evils.
Right, the brothers, yep.
So there's, Jarrell, who's the Lord of Pain, we haven't met yet.
Right.
Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish.
Right, who we know all too well.
Yep. Azmodan, the Lord of Sin.
Right.
And I'm trying to pronounce this one's name. Belial, the Lord of Lies.
Belial.
Yeah. B-A-L... Hang on, let me get back to it. B-E-L-I-A-L.
Oh yeah, Belial maybe? Who knows?
Belial?
Yeah.
Then it also covers, the opposite side, so the high heavens.
Tyrael?
Tyrael.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in there.
Beautiful.
Oriel, Ethereal. Now this one I'm not quite sure, but it's the Archangel of Wisdom, Mathel, Althael.
Yeah, Mathael, maybe. So hang on.
I don't know. Until they actually come up in game, and they're not really that sort of big, but they are important, and they all have a story, and it's pretty awesome actually. And it's got there on how Sanctuary was actually created.
What about when you're? I mean, let's face it. When we think of Tyrael, I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this. My mind goes directly to art. Because, of course, we're all familiar with the amazing, posters and wallpapers and fan art that people have drawn because he's such a great character. It's such a great character to draw with the tendril wings sort of things, all that stuff. I presume there's awesome art in this book as well. It's not just about the actual historical content, if you know what I mean.
No, it's definitely got a lot of art in there, and the art is what you'd expect from Blizzard.
So superb.
So it's top notch.
Yeah. Good stuff. I agree with you. I mean, you know what? We can level a lot of criticisms at Blizzard, and they're all they're due criticism. But you know what? There's no doubting about it. I mean, they've got a talented bunch of folk there. So there you go. Well, look, there you go. A bit of a plug for the book, I guess, which wasn't intentional. But one thing I guess people will want to know, Tallahassee, is can you still get the damn thing? Yeah,
you can still order it through Amazon.com.
There you go.
I don't think it's something they're going to run out of.
All right. So I'm guessing. Look, why don't we pop a link directly to Amazon.com to that book, perhaps in the description below this video, and that might help people out. Go have a look at it, folks. It's definitely worthwhile. I know that for a fact because Tallahassee goes on about it an awful lot, and there's not much he goes on about. So if it impressed him, it will most certainly probably impress you, I guarantee it. All right, thanks for that. Let's get on with things. We've got to, where are we? Here we go. Return to Warriv to take the caravan east. Let's have a chat to him, and we'll see what he's got to say.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Lut Gholein.
Oh, well, he didn't have much to say apart from the fact that we can now go eastwards to Lut Gholein. Well, I guess what you'd normally do, folks, is just check that you've done everything you want to do here. Although here's a question for you, Tallahassee. We'll test your Diablo II general knowledge. Obviously, we've got an option now to go east, very ambiguous, but we will obviously click on that very shortly. But what if a player ends up in Lut Gholein and then thinks to themselves, hang on, I didn't get X or Y or Z. I want to farm something. I didn't go down that cave that I saw, whatever, back here. Are they stuck forever in Lut Gholein, or can they come back here?
Well, you can come back.
So that's an important thing to note, folks, is you can freely travel. If I remember rightly, there's a boat at the docks, is that right? I think to get back here? I think so.
I can't remember.
Yeah, pretty sure there is. All right, well, have you got all your affairs in order here, Tallahassee? Have you bid farewell to all the dozens of broken hearts that you're going to leave behind here in the Rogue Encampment? Because I'm sure you've been helping keep these ladies warm at night, if I know you.
I don't know if Kyoko is going to be coming with me.
Oh, did you maybe annoy her a little bit?
No.
Do you betray her trust with another? No, you're right. I can't.
Not that I can remember.
Not that I remember. It was the alcohol. Oh gosh, I hope you didn't end up with Warriv, did you? Or Deckard Cain? Oh no. Now we're getting off the rails, folks. Anyway, I think Tallahassee is right. I don't think that our little henchwomen here come along with us, but I do know that there is somewhere you can hire them, of course, where we're going. So without further ado, I think with your permission, Tallahassee, very momentous occasion for us here. We've done all 6 of the chapters of the first act. Well done us. I think it's time to go east. What say you?
Let's go east.
Let's do it. Forever eastward ho! Here we go, folks.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Lut Gholein, with a great sea beyond. We made camp there last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lut Gholein. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
And here we are. Oh my god, Tallahassee, seriously, how awesome are those cinematics? I mean, you know, hang on, let's remind ourselves again, when was this game released? You know this stuff.
2000.
2000, so literally that's 12 years ago. You've got to say, those cinematics still hold up today. Seriously, that was just amazing, was it not?
They are, and the thing is, they progress the story as well. It's like, okay, you've got this part of the information, which is, you know, the story that we've been going through.
Right.
But there's the overarching storyline as well, and it's told from Marius's point of view, which is awesome, and it'll be expanded further.
That is, yeah, actually it will, won't it? But you know what? You're absolutely right there, because, gosh, the amount of snippets and backstory, lore snippets that was... Oh, okay, let me put it another way. The amount of information, actually, that was in that cutscene, especially for those who are in the know and are up with the lore of Diablo and Diablo 2 especially, you know, that was just full of really interesting stuff. And it's funny, Tallahassee, I'm not sure if you're the same, but every time I seem to watch one of those, I pick up something more. Something goes off in my head, like, oh, you know, make a connection. Does that happen with you, or are you fully across everything these days?
I like to think I'm pretty much across everything these days, but there's always things that you forget, and then you watch the cutscene and it's like, I remember this, I know what's coming. Yeah,
good point. And there you go, folks. I certainly hope you enjoyed that. And, of course, look around, and Tallahassee, where are we? We're at Lut Gholein, however you want to say it. So, welcome, folks. Welcome to our new area of adventure. And, of course, the first thing you'll notice is a new tile set. I guess, Tallahassee, that's kind of how you used to describe environments back in the day, especially 2D sprite-based games like Diablo 2. Effectively, you're looking at a bunch of different tiles now, and of course what we're looking at, folks, is the desert tile set. So this is going to be interesting. You know, Tallahassee, I was just thinking before that Diablo has this great pacing in that just when you think you're getting sick of an area, and let's face it, we've been, 6 quests in Act 1, and we've been in that sort of green countryside, around the Rogue Encampment, the dungeons, just when it starts to get, a little bit tiring, if that is possible, bang, it takes you to a new area. It's like the pacing of the game is perfectly placed. Would you agree?
No, I agree. I agree. But when you said, we've got something new, I was going to say, yeah, Warriv has new clothes.
Actually, that's a good point. Let's head on over, and folks, what we'll do, by the way, firstly, before we get into any questing, is we'll take a bit of a tour around the town of Lut Gholein here so you can check it out. But Tallahassee's right, this is Warriv. He's got new clothes. You can see he's looking very Middle Eastern, I guess, very Arabian desert-ish. And Warriv is quite important because, Tallahassee, we've made our way all the way here, presumably by boat or by caravan or something like that. And as you saw in the cutscene, folks, we are basically on a seaside town, and we'll show you that in a minute. But if we speak to Warriv, he's got a very important option there, and this is called Go West. Now, Tallahassee, what's the best way of explaining what that actually does, the Go West command there on Warriv?
It takes you back to the Rogue Encampment.
There you go. That's it, folks. And of course, a lot of people get concerned when you're first playing Diablo. It's like, oh, hang on. What if I didn't quite finish up all of the stuff I wanted to do over in the Rogue's Encampment? And of course, we're the same. I know for a fact there's 2 lairs or dungeons or pits or something like that we actually didn't explore while we were there. And of course, if we wanted to go back and do that, or do some grinding, or go back and get those explorations out of the way, all we need to do, folks, is speak to Warriv here and click Go West, and we would indeed go west. Can you remember, Tallahassee, does that actually cost us any money? I don't think it does it?
I don't believe it does, but, it's been a while since I played, and there have been a lot of updates, so... Yeah. Maybe it does now.
Yeah, maybe it does. Well, we'll have to test that theory at some point. But for the meantime, folks, let's go for a bit of a wander and check out this area. Now, the first thing you'll notice is it still looks awesome. And again, we've just said it's 12 years old. I mean, look at the detail, the shadows, the perspective. It is just fantastic. Now, this, in fact, is the waterfront here. And you can see the water just down below. So we are a port town. And by the way, we're just passing by, and we will catch up with Cassie Hack in just a second, but you can see there, to the sewers level 1, Tallahassee from memory. I think that's pretty much one of the areas that we need to go to one of our first quests that we're going to pick up very shortly. Am I right in thinking that?
It is.
It is. There we go. There we go. So these are the docks.
There is another entrance as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Now, who is this guy? Mischief. Right, let's have a chat with him.
Yep.
Let's talk to him.
He's important.
Oh, okay, so we've got a introduction here.
Greetings. I'm Mischief, captain of this ship here. I make port runs around the Twin Seas and occasionally out to Kingsport in Westmarch. I haven't sailed anywhere lately, though. Jaren has ordered me to stay docked here in case of emergency.
Alright, so he's saying that he's got a ship, but we're not going anywhere later. Do I take that as later on a ship will open up, or am I dreaming?
Yes, he will take us further east.
Okay, rightio. Now, I notice he's got something called Radament's Lair there. Is that one of the quests that we're going to be on later?
It is.
Alright, so perhaps what we'll do is, I just won't speak to him about that just yet. Now, I saw you were wandering up here. I do believe that we do have to go into the inn later, but before we do, up the very top end, don't we have a new hireling person, I think? Is my memory serving me correctly?
Yes, we do.
Oh, and a trapdoor as well. I accidentally clicked on that, and that's to the sewers. That's another way into the sewers, by the way. Whoops, that was an accident. There you go, folks. All right, so Grease, let's have a chat with him.
Citizen.
Introduction.
I bet you wonder how this town manages to stay safe with all the trouble going on out in the desert. Well, I can tell you that it's got nothing to do with the local town guards. They're all in the palace for some reason. Jaren hired me and my mercenaries to help keep the peace around here. We're not cheap, but we're the best this wasteland has to offer.
Alright, you heard the man, not cheap, but he is in fact one of these people that you can hire stuff from. And if we get out, there we go, you can click on hire. Now, Tallahassee, that was an interesting point. I noticed when we zoned in, I still have Amp Lisa. Now, I thought we lost our minions when we arrived at the new town. Has that changed, or do we always keep them?
Apparently we don't lose them. I think, and my memory, isn't as good as what it used to be. I've had a few hits to the head. But I'm fairly certain that you used to lose them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly certain the same thing, and that's why this guy is here. Although, having said that, folks, you can, of course, if you wish, take on one of these guys instead, and you'll see that they are sort of themed to the local environment. So they're going to be kind of Arabian looking as well. So if you wanted to get rid of your other one, then you're welcome to do so and pick up one of these. I'm gonna keep my chickie for the moment, so we'll just cancel out that. So there you go. That's where the hirelings are, the top right there. Now, if we keep going down, I think there's the town square, Tallahassee. That's an important area, isn't it? That's where he's headed by the looks of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've got a couple of familiar faces and familiar things in here. Firstly, Tallahassee, I noticed we've got the private stash. So there you go, folks, opening it up. That, of course, is just a continuation of the one from the Rogue's Encampment. That's where it is, right in the centre. But who have we got here? Farah. Who's Farah?
She is basically our repairer, but she also does sell armaments as well.
Okay, so there we go. Trade repair. Let's see if we've got anything to repair. No, we don't. So is it fair to say that she's basically the new chassis, if you like?
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it.
All right, there we go. So that's what she has to... Yeah, she's got some stuff. Is this stuff in her inventory going to be different than chassis, or is it just... is it always random anyway? It is. Okay. Oh, in fact...
No, it is.
Yeah, look at that. We've got some stuff here. Wow, ouch. Chainmail of the Fox. That costs 10,300 odd bucks. We've got some belts there. Very nice looking belt. Oh, in fact, that's a very nice belt. 606 bucks plus 3 to... Yeah. Alright, so very interesting. So there you go, folks. That is basically Chassis Part 2, and her name is Farah. We've also got another familiar face down here, and that is, of course, Stay a While and Listen. It's good old...
Stay a while and listen.
Take good Cain.
There he is, yep, and he actually said it that time. Can you believe it? Amazing. And they're all talking about this Radament's Lair, which is interesting, of course. If you do happen to have a quest available, they will all talk about it. But Tallahassee, there's one other area I want to go to before we go to the inn. And that is over here, although I think at this stage in the game, everyone's going to be inside, here we go, inside the castle, the main, no, what is it, not the castle, the palace, I think this area is. And you can see inside are Jaren and Cain, I think, and there's Cain there. Let's have a chat with him.
You may not pass.
And there he is. It just says right now that you may not pass. Now, inside there are people that we need to talk to, and of course, we've got to do other stuff, Tallahassee, I think, before our... Well, basically before they let us into the palace, is that right?
We do. We have a lot to do.
Ah, okay, all right. Sounds good to me. Now, where's our mate? Here he is. All right, let's head on over, I think, to the inn. Where is that inn? It's around here somewhere. Is it? Ah, here we go. This is the woman, Atma. Now, are we allowed to go in? Yeah, there we are. She's taking us inside. All right, so
I don't know. Are you allowed to go in?
Yeah, no, I couldn't get in, but I think that was because she was at the door. Now, we've got two named people in here, folks. We've got Giglash.
I don't know why you people keep pestering me. Graze.
And I can't get in because she's in the way.
Not that I couldn't have done the same. I've proven my valor in combat plenty of times.
Alright, there we go, just a little bit of introduction there from that character, and of course he'll become active later on. Yeah, I think I'm stuck on the inside, you're stuck on the outside, but she definitely has our quest.
Good evening.
Let's have a chat with her, and let's talk about Radament's Lair.
I am starting to have second thoughts about my request. I couldn't bear the thought of you losing your life on my behalf. Please, be careful.
Right, so what is she talking about, you might ask? And of course, the easiest way to figure that out is go to your quest log here, and like Tallahassee always says, all we need to do is click on the speech here, and this will give us the introductory speech if you ever miss it, and it says, find Radament's Lair in the Lut Gholein sewers. Let's have a bit of a listen to the introductory piece.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street.
Alright, so there you have it, folks. That's the backstory for this quest. We need to go in. Can I please get out? Alright, she's not letting me out, which is interesting. Come on, woman, move. Let me out. Has this ever happened to you before?
I can't say that it has. Maybe pop a scroll of town portal?
Yeah, I think I might need to. Right, let's try that.
Actually, I don't know if you can in there.
Actually, she just moved. I got out. There we go. Now, speaking of which, a scroll of town portal used to, of course, take us back to the Rogue Encampment. Now that we're in this new area, will it automatically take us back to Lut Gholein?
It'll take us here.
Alright, that's good to know.
This is our new home.
Alright, there we go. Nice and easy. Alright, so you saw in the quest text there, folks, that... Let's go back up here. That one way of getting into the sewers for that quest, of course, was through the trapdoor up here, and that is one way. But Tallahassee, we're not going to have time to really start this quest right now. Do you remember the other entrance? We'll test his metal here. Do you remember where that is?
Yep.
Oh, he does.
Yep,
look at that.
I do.
Yes, he's running towards it. Because what I thought we might do, just to show you guys, obviously all of the new stuff around here. What are you up for? We'll dip our toes into the sewers. We'll just go down there for a bit of a bash, bit of a romp, to finish off this episode, so we can show folks what it's like in there. And of course, again, new monsters, new tile set. And there you go. Look at that, entering the sewers, level. Whoa, yikes!
You made friends.
Yeah, I've just made friends. There we go, some gold. So you can see, folks, that we've got... Oh, look at that, resist poison shrine. Thank you very much. We no longer fear poison. And, whoa, look at the amount of gold around here. Good lord. Alright, not complaining about this, but you'll see, folks, that this is a completely new tile set, different to the dungeons that we're used to back near the Rogue's Encampment. And you know what, every single time that we do go to a new area, we are going to come across these new tile sets, but it's really refreshing. This looks really creepy. It looks like it's made out of this, like, I don't know, goo and bones of God knows what stacked up on high on the walls there. Very interesting. But I do know from memory, Tallahassee, that some of the friends that we're going to find in here are a lot more powerful than those that we've already come across. Oh, there we go, level 2 sewers. Do you want to go down? Why not? Let's do it. A lot more powerful than the fiends that we've come across in previous episodes. Well, unless, of course, they've nerfed the game. Let's hope they haven't. And what do we got? Sand raiders here. Some zombie heads. And a goo pile. There we go, like piles of goo. And of course, folks, as always,
you would.
Oh, run! Yep, now there's a classic example. I'm nearly dead. Be careful, my friend. Ouch. Although I didn't heal in between fights, which is a fatal mistake, especially in these sewers, seeing as they're a lot more difficult than what we're used to. So for goodness sake, keep an eye on your health if you're playing along at home. Oh, I do believe we've got our first gold drop there, my friend.
Really?
Yep, there is a spear there. I'll let you pick that up. Oh, and more gold. Love it, love it, love it. So what's the deal with that spear? Any good?
I just picked it up, so give me a sec.
Alrighty. Now again, folks, we're not going to be doing the quest right now.
Great Dark Spear.
Oh, Dark Spear, what's its stats?
Hang on.
And I'm nearly dead. Again!
Oh, stop running off the head.
Yeah, okay, these guys definitely take a lot more to kill than what we're used to, and I can see I've got to level up just around the corner as well. There we go. Yeah, sorry folks, what I was saying is just reminding you that, oh, poison, nasty, is that we're just having a bit of a look. Got a couple minutes left on the episode, just so you can have a bit of a sneak peek there, see what it's like, and of course we'll pick up this actual quest in the next episode. But you must agree that it is very different from the last one. Now let's have a look in here. I've got myself a ring, Tallahassee. Yeah, what's the stats on that spear? Any good?
It's actually quite nice, and if I wasn't under attack, I'd tell you what it actually has.
Come to the rescue. Well, not really your rescue, we'll come and help. And by the way, while you're doing that, I just need to level up. Here we go, folks. Going to add some strength there. Going to add into my energy as well, and a little bit of dexterity just for the hell of it. And of course, I'm also going to level up my fireball here, which is important to me. That's the skill I'm currently using, and take that up to a level number 6 as well, which means my fire damage is between 76 and 101. And you can see it's also receiving bonuses down the bottom there from Firebolt and Meteor as well, 14% fire damage per level for each of those. So don't forget about those interactions. So Tallahassee, yeah, what do you got?
Okay, so it's the Wraith Dart Spear.
Yeah.
200 damage, 3 to 27 damage, 14% enhanced damage, 10% to maximum damage, 24 to attack rating, 1 cold damage, level 1 bash.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that is.
That's the ability.
8 of 22 charges.
Okay, you got to say, that to me sounds very much like right up your alley, because that's a melee weapon, isn't it? That's no use for a spellcaster like myself.
No, but I was going to say it sounds like it's a... what's her name? An Amazon weapon?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, that's exactly what it sounds like. Good for the Amazon class. And again, folks, just keeping an eye on my health there. Pick up a stamina pot. And there we go, we've run ourselves out of time. Let's finish off these mobs. I still get the feeling that I am fairly overpowered. Either that or the mobs are indeed way tuned down. Or a combination of both, perhaps.
Could be a combination of both.
Yeah. Now, without giving the game away too much, there's a very famous boss in this particular area of the game, isn't there? Like I'm talking about the slug. The what's he like? Jabba the Hutt type dude, I always like to call him.
Yeah. Who's one of the lesser evils.
That's the one.
That guy.
That's the one. Now, that always rings a bell in my brain because in the past, whenever I've played this game, I've always come to a grinding halt at that boss because he is oh, and I've died. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, sorry. I'm going to come back. I'm coming. Dear, oh dear. You know what, I just had a healing pot as well.
There?
Yeah, it was nasty. I honestly don't know what happened there. Ouch. But yes, that boss is... Oh, it gives me shivers because I always remember him. You know what? That's where I'd always get stuck in the game. Now, it'll be very interesting when we get to him because if he's a walkover like we found with all the other bosses so far, then I'm going to be, to be honest, I'm going to be really disappointed, actually. I really am. Because to me, that's a real...
Yeah.
You know, it's a real sort of high point in the game trying to get past him. What do you reckon?
Yeah, if it is a walkover, and I really hope it's not, then I'll be rather disappointed.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Oh no, I think I'm going to be coming through the other side. Oh dear. Now I'm just going to take a stamina potion. Run out of stamina. There we go.
I can try and make my way to you. Oh, there you are.
There I am. Yep. All right. So you cleared up. Thank you very much. Where is my body? There it is. There we are. I got my corpse back, and no gold. Oh, I hate dying so much. Seriously, folks. I mean, look, it's a great mechanic because it puts you off dying because you lose so much money. Oh my God. So all that money is now gone. Unfortunately. Never mind. Oh. There we are. That's a little bit to make up for it, I suppose. And I just need to organise my health potions onto my belt again. Alright, I'd say let's find one more set of mobs so that I can get some revenge, and then we must wrap this episode up, folks, because we're way over time. Mana recharge, yeah, I'll have some of that. Thank you very much. Don't tell me we've nearly cleared out this level.
I think we nearly have.
Huh.
Man, I've got to say, we're actually really overpowered.
Yeah, we are. We very much are. Now, also, hang on. Well, where's the rest of the level? I mean, we're not going to do it in this episode, but where would we actually go to carry on?
In the direction that I'm heading. But remember, it is...
Oh, it's always east. Always
random.
east. And it's random, yeah. Oh, here it is. To the sewers, level 3. Actually, I found it right there. There we go. Not that it's going to help us.
I found the waypoint.
Oh, have you? Oh! I'm going to come and grab that before we sign out. Well done, good sir.
See, that's why I explore everything.
It is. You're absolutely right. Where is he? There he is. Look at that. Waypoint. In fact, I'm going to go head back to Lut Gholein. Oh, can I? Yes, I can. There we go. Alright, and that's taken us back. And where is the square? Where's the town square? I always get lost around here. Ah, there it is.
It's right here.
Alright, so let's talk to Farah and do some repairs. Going to need those, I guess. Sell off all of this stuff. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And there we go. Now I'm going to go to my bank, go to my stash, and deposit this money. All of it. And there we go. Alright, where did Cassie Hack go? Oh, he's losing. There she is. In the same place. Alright, we need to get out of here. We're well over time. Certainly hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I say, it's great coming to a new tile set. We've got whole new environs. And of course, all we are at the moment is in the city of Lut Gholein and in the sewers below. Of course, outside the main gates, there is a huge, massive desert to explore. I've got very fond memories of that as well. It's a very large area. And of course, we'll be questing throughout there in future episodes. So we've certainly got a whole bunch of stuff to look forward to. Of course, next one will be in the sewers and going after this quest here, which is the Radament's Lair. Find Radament's Lair in the Lut Gholein sewers. Alright folks, well, I certainly hope you enjoyed that. On behalf of myself, Sambo, and of course the wonderful Tallahassee and Cassie Hack, so I'm saying take care. Certainly look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. We shall see you then, and bye-bye.